Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is yours truly. The new year has been kind to me. I'm very happy. That's usually how I am. Not getting in as much gaming as I'd like. I've just been really busy with some projects. But I wanted to talk about something that's been on my mind for a while. There's a lot of disinformation out there. There's a lot of bad information out there. A lot of soy boys, a lot of nerds who don't have the experience that I do, that don't have who they haven't read the literature. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They're just talking out their buttholes. And you know what? I'm here to correct the record. I'm here to set things straight. I'm here to spit truth. So, as you can guess by the title, I'm going to be talking about standing desks, the truth about them, what it means, what to expect if you want to embark on this journey with me. So, I'm going to get real personal here. So, I sit a lot. Unfortunately, because of, my work, I do a lot of writing. I have to be sitting, and I don't have an option to stand, at least at the moment. However, I ended up building a custom standing desk, thanks to the guys over at Container Store. They ended up, kind of drawing up some plans, and they're like, okay, well, this is it. This is a good idea. This is really close to what you want. And I'm like, this is exactly what I want. And I was really happy with the result. It turned out better than I expected. Now, the truth about standing desks, is it beneficial health-wise? And the answer is yes. Anything suggesting otherwise is completely dishonest. I wouldn't even link to it if I had the link to the video. But there was a video of this guy. He was talking about like standing desks, and he was reviewing one of the adjustable ones. One of the adjustable standing desks. And he was like, oh, the science isn't in. We don't know how beneficial it is to be standing rather than sitting. That's a lie. Because we know what happens when you sit down too long. We know what is going to happen to your body after an extended period of time of being, sedentary. It's not good. It's really, really bad for you. Like, it is the new smoking. You increase the chances of cancer. You do all sorts of damage to your heart. Granted, there are some issues with standing, and I am going to get into those. But first off, I'm on this website called Healthline, and we are going to read 10 things that happen when you sit down all day. So number 1, weak legs and glutes. Glutes, it's your ass. All right, so if you don't use them, you lose them. That's right. By sitting all day, you're not depending on your powerful, your lower body muscles to hold you up. That leads to muscle atrophy, which is the weakening of these muscles. Without strong leg and glute muscles to stabilize you, your body is at risk of injury. Yes, that's absolutely true. Weight gain. Ooh, that's a big one. Second thing that happens to you. Moving causes your muscles to release molecules like lipoprotein, lipase, which helps process the fats and sugars you eat. When you spend most of your day sitting, the release of these molecules is lessened, and your rear end is at greater risk of widening. According to research, you're also at greater risk of metabolic syndrome, even if you exercise. One study found, unsurprisingly, that men who spent more time sitting than usual gained more weight around the middle, which is most dangerous place to store fat. It's not good. Tight hips and bad back. So sitting all day, a lot of people do not know good posture. They don't know what good posture is. You're doing an untold amount of damage to your body just by sitting down the wrong way. All right. As with your leg and glute muscles, your hips and back will suffer from sitting. Sitting causes your hip flexors to shorten, and your seated position can also hurt your back, particularly if you have bad posture or don't use an ergonomic chair. All right, so let's see. Also, poor posture while sitting can cause compression on the disc in your spine and can lead to premature degeneration, which results in chronic pain. So that's no good. Anxiety and depression. So there's a mental element to this. I'm going to get into what has happened to me since I've been standing more often than sitting? All right. So anxiety and depression, lesser understood than some of the physical effects of sitting are the mental effects, but the risk of both depression and anxiety are higher in people who sit the most. This could be because the mental health benefits of fitness are lacking when one spends their day sitting down rather than moving. If so, these risks could be mitigated with regular exercise. Cancer risk. Emerging studies suggest that prolonged sitting can increase your risk of certain types of cancer, including lung, uterine, and colon cancers. The reasons for this aren't entirely clear. So the science isn't now on that specifically, but there might be a connection, and I think it has a lot to do with a combination of having a sedentary lifestyle, and the sedentary lifestyle, getting your mind to spiral down into a lot of negativity, and your mind just drops to, unthinkable emotional depths. We're talking anxiety, we're talking depression, and then you couple that with lack of exercise, you're just not in a really good place. So it wouldn't surprise me that you'd increase your chances of getting, these terrible types of cancer. Just something to think about. All right, so heart disease. Sitting can hurt your heart, potentially leading to cardiovascular disease. One study found that men who spent more than 23 hours per week watching television had a 64% greater risk of dying from cardiovascular disease than men who only watch television for 11 hours. Experts say people who sit more have 147% higher risk of suffering from a heart attack or stroke. Heart attacks and strokes are really painful. Like, really fucking painful. So you certainly don't want to be that statistic alone. I mean, that reason number 6, that should be the only reason to not want to sit down on your butt all day. Diabetes risk. People who spend more time sitting also have 112% increased risk of diabetes. In one study that looked at the effects of just 5 days of bed rest, researchers saw increased insulin resistance, a precursor of diabetes. That's not good, man. It's not good at all. Varicose veins? I don't even know how to pronounce that. Okay, varicose veins. Dude, I can't pronounce that. So sitting for long periods of time can cause blood to pool in the legs. This can lead to varicose veins or spider veins, a smaller version of the former. Though generally not harmful themselves, these swollen invisible veins can be unsightly in rare cases. They can lead to a more serious condition like blood clots. Deep vein thrombosis, DVT. So DVT is a type of blood clot that's most common in the legs. When part of this clot breaks off, it can cut off the flow of blood to other parts of the body, such as your lungs, causing pulmonary embolism. This is a medical emergency that can lead to major complications or even death. Sitting for too long, even on a long road trip, can cause DVT. Stiff shoulders and neck. Well, it's pretty self-explanatory. Like, you want to get your body moving. You gotta be moving. So I ended up getting a standing desk. I built it. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys right over here on the screen what this looks like. And I ended up getting the standing desk for multiple reasons. One, I knew all of these risks, but nonetheless, I was still sitting. I was lazy. I wasn't proactive. I certainly wasn't depressed, but I did feel a lot of anxiety because I kept thinking about this and it wouldn't leave my mind. I just knew deep down in my heart that I had to get a standing desk. Like, I felt like maybe my life depended on it. And I was sinking into complacency. I was getting really comfortable with the idea of just being lazy when I was doing working on my projects. And that's just not good. I'm not supposed to be doing that. But the real reason why, this is really what set this whole thing off. I found blood in my stool. And I'm just like, fuck. It didn't go away after a couple days. And I'm thinking cancer. Well, it wasn't. It was this. I ended up getting a little hemorrhoid. So, hemorrhoids, it's not like that episode of South Park where, you know, like I think the little Jew boy, he ends up getting like a hemorrhoid or something, and it's like something like protruding out of his ass, and it gets caught on the fence, and like he's almost dead or something, and it was really funny. It's not like that. It's actually more like this. So, what are hemorrhoids? Hemorrhoids are swollen veins in the lower part of your rectum, so your ass and anus. Sometimes the walls of these blood vessels stretch so thin that the veins bulge and get irritated, especially when you poop. Swollen hemorrhoids are also called piles. Hemorrhoids are one of the most common causes of rectal bleeding. They're rarely dangerous and usually clear up in a couple of weeks. So for me, it was like less than 1 week. But you should see your doctor to make sure it's not a more serious condition. He can also remove hemorrhoids that won't go away or are very painful. Well, it wasn't necessarily painful. I don't recall ever feeling any genuine pain. I was uncomfortable, and it was because of the way that I was sitting and because I was sitting for so long. So you're putting a lot of pressure on these veins, and you know this is exactly what happened. And of course I start freaking out. I start panicking, and I'm just like, fuck, man, I'm dying. Like, I'm gonna die. I'm bleeding out my ass. And there's gonna be like so many inappropriate comments in the YouTube section. I can already imagine. So I came clean with some of my buddies on Discord. I'm letting them know what's going on and what I was doing and why I was so worried. But you know, everything cleared up in less than a week. And you know what? I feel great. I feel really good. I built the desk, and of course I'm just gonna keep showing it over here to the side. And here are some of the things that happened. My mind, it feels a lot clearer. I feel just genuinely and generally happier. Honestly, like, and not only that, like, if I have to like go to like, I have a workbench behind my green screen, so if I have to go get something at my workbench, I'm not really thinking about it. As before, when I'm sitting down, I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking, do I really want to get up? Is it really worth the energy? My legs just aren't as strong as they used to be. Do I really want to put in all this effort? Now I'm just like, okay, well, fuck, I got to do this, I got to get that, I got to get this, and I just do it. Because I'm already here. I'm already standing, and I feel great. And I game standing up now. And my desk is fixed, so it's not going anywhere. I don't have a choice. However, I am going to be ordering a one of those Amazon Prime bar stool adjustable chairs. I think that's going to be kind of cool. But yeah, so that's personally what's happened with me. I'm just more energetic. I'm more upbeat. I feel great. I'm not having these health problems. I mean, it's kind of fucking gross. Sorry that I revealed that about me, but you know, whatever. You know, I'm just a real dude. I got real problems, and I'm trying to solve them. And then this was a real problem, and I did solve it. And there was a lot of people out there who are going through the same shit. And by no means, like, is this cheap or accessible to most people, but there are some options out there, and I like this one a lot. Because I already had this, but I didn't set it up like this. So I set it up like this, this being my container store wall desk unit. It's not a wall desk unit, by the way, but that's what I'm calling it. I'm going to go ahead and link in the description so you know what it is that I got. And of course, you've seen the video of my setup. It's really cool. And this costs less than $200. And you don't need the drawers. You don't need any of that stuff. If you just want one, one shelf or two shelves, you know, that's fine. You know, you do you. You do what you want to do. You do what makes you comfortable. Everyone's setup, everyone's needs are different. This is just how I personally do it. This is what I personally like. And one thing that people do not account for, I'm going to go ahead and show a video of my feet right now, is the pain that comes with standing too long. However, there are ways to mitigate that. So if you're watching the screen, I'm showing the video of my feet, and I'm gonna put up a diagram as well. If you stand without an anti-fatigue mat for too long, you're gonna feel pain in the balls of your feet. So I'm gonna go ahead and highlight here and here. Now, if you stand the way that I'm doing it, the way that I'm standing on this anti-fatigue mat, you can stand all day pretty much. Again, I'm not a heavy dude. I'm a tall dude, but I'm not that heavy, so this isn't too hard on my feet. So yeah, this is just perfect for me. This is just wonderful. Now, some of the things that there are misconceptions about standing all day as opposed to sitting all day. So, are you going to burn more calories, like a lot of calories doing this? No, not really. You will burn more, but not a substantial amount. Not enough to be like, raise eyebrows. So that's one element of it. However, if you introduce, some workouts, maybe some stretches throughout the day as you're gaming, that'll be incredibly beneficial for your mind and for your body. So I definitely encourage that. What else? You also, when you start standing more, you are going to feel a sensation in your legs and your back, especially if you're, standing the way that I'm standing right now. Right now, I have good posture. This is perfect posture right now. So when you have good posture and you are standing and you're really firm in your stance while you're doing whatever it is that you're doing, you are going to feel that sensation. Now, what you're doing is you're activating muscles in your body that you weren't using before. So that's why it feels really weird. Now, I have really special plates for some of my shoes, and it's basically like this plastic molding. And obviously it goes in the shoe when I wear it. So my whole feet is like, I don't know, like leveled or whatever. So one of the things that the specialist who created that piece for me, she said that you are going to feel this sensation in your back because you are using muscles that you weren't using before. So you may very well burn more calories than not. Everyone's situation is different. If you're a bigger guy, try to stand as long as you can, but don't push yourself too hard. Still have that ability to sit. This fixed desk is not the best solution. There are adjustable desks. There's whatever this thing is, like the little desk adjuster. I don't know. So yeah, you do you. You do what makes sense to you, and don't let people tell you that standing desks aren't beneficial. They are more beneficial than not. Just if you get into it, just know that you might have to spend a little bit of money. Your feet are going to be sore if you don't get the anti-fatigue mat. Get an anti-fatigue mat. They're not that expensive. Again, you will sink money into this. However, your body will thank you for it. You only have one body. You only got one life. Live it to the fullest. Treat yourself, really well. So that's all I got to say about this. So I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully I helped somebody out there who's, had these problems, who is feeling pain in their mind or in their body, and maybe standing up and engaging in, this. It's a lifestyle change. Hemingway fucking wrote his book Standing Up. So I just want to help people out. That's what the whole nerd stuff series is. I'm just giving people good information based on my personal experience, based on my knowledge. I do have a little bit of clinical experience. I did study biology in college. Also, when I was not too young, but like 4 or 5 years ago, I was buffing my car. And I was doing it manually, even though I had a Porter cable to do it by machine. But I thought I was a macho man, and and I ended up doing it by hand. And I have mild scoliosis. Most people do have some form of it, and unfortunately, I'm one of them. And I ended up inflaming it. I ended up making it so much worse, and I had to get physical therapy. So I did physical therapy for like 3.5 months, maybe 4 months. Not 4 months is too long. It wasn't that long. It was really mild. It's just like, hey, these are the exercises you're going to do. This is, the kind of changes you're going to undergo with your body in terms of your workout and your physical activity. And you know what? You're going to be able to live with this thing, and we're going to reduce the pain or outright get rid of it. And you know what, guys? It's gone. And, I learned a lot from the physical therapists that I worked with. They were wonderful people. I like to listen to the experts. When they speak, I listen. I shut up. And there's a lot of people that I know on here who have a lot to say and have a lot of information to share with people. And, I just shut up and I listen. And you know what? And a lot of times it's going to benefit me. And I really, really hope this benefits you. I wouldn't say it if it wasn't true. So, that's going to be it, man. Thank you guys for watching. I am out for sure this time. Peace.